Christmas is a part of my childhood and culture.
Is there anything wrong with that?
I think it could lead to something very wrong. It's a disputed topic. I've seen it online a lot over the last couple of years where people post Christmas trees, for example. We were debating if Christmas was on the 25th of December or not. That's my debate.
That's a good one. That is a really good one, because
with the amount of Muslims, we need to influence the culture a little bit. Let's have a nice nahari on Christmas Day.
Tandoori turkey.
you know, that's a shout. That is a shout.
If Christmas becomes like such a big deal that during the time of Muharram, should we just do something small for Christmas?
That's a problem.
That is, whoa.
You guys want to celebrate Nowruz? Surely us lot doing things like Christmas shouldn't be an issue.
But the argument with that is
Islamic centers might need to take a bit more of an active role during Christmas time.
we hold a majlis.
Why not? Why not? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuh, and welcome to Shia Vibes, the podcast that discusses different topics, themes and subjects within the Shia community. Tonight we're looking at different celebrations and events and occasions that are celebrated and commemorated throughout the year, and whether this conflicts with our Aqidah and our Sharia law. Now, sometimes we get a nice Christmas card, sometimes we get, a rose on Valentine's Day if we're lucky. Are we actually allowed to participate in these? Should we, get involved, or should we just leave it to those who want to celebrate? Inshallah, we're going to be discussing this and a lot more. Myself, Mohsin Shah, and my two brothers in faith, brothers in Azhar, Mr. Bollywood, Saif Ali Khan.
Assalamu alaikum.
What an intro.
I was about to start with Assalamu alaikum, Merry Christmas.
And also brother Hussein. So Assalamu alaikum, ya Ali
Assalam,
Madad.
rahmatullah, ya Ali Madad. What's going on?
Oh, what's happening?
Interesting topic today, man.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm very curious to know your lot's opinions, by the way.
Yeah, it'll be.
And to be honest, even the viewers, I want to know what they will think, because I feel it's a lot pushed through where you grew up or who you grew up around.
Yeah.
It's a disputed topic. I've seen it online a lot over the last couple of years where people post Christmas trees, for example, and then the backlash is crazy. Yeah, let's not go there, boy. He's been stressing me out. Yeah, and in front of him as well, bro. Please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's always a bit of a stigma around it. Yeah.
Growing up in the UK, Christmas is a part of my childhood and culture.
I'll back it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Is there anything wrong with that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think it could lead to something very wrong.
So, okay, let's start off with here. We all grew up in the UK, primary school. We probably had a Christmas concert or a Christmas carol. We participated in the plays. Did you do Scrooge?
You just reminded me of a time I got suspended for I don't know, was it
Where's this conversation going?
year 4, year 5? Everyone is singing Christmas carols, and our teacher was a piano player, so he'd be very excited about assembly and everyone singing. So everyone's singing Jesus Christ, the son of and I'm just standing there and I'm quiet. So he stops the assembly. He just switches at me in front of the whole school.
Really?
My office, this, that. Why are you not singing? I'm like, I just don't believe it.
Okay.
Like, you're forcing me to say something I don't believe. And this is me as a kid, by the way.
How old were you?
What's year 5?
Oh, 10 years old.
9, 10 years
Something
old,
like that.
So you could actually have a decent conversation.
Not really. I was getting grilled, but I know that you can't say something that's kufr like that. So I'm just quiet throughout, and everyone is singing, and then I'm just standing there quietly, and then I just get told off. And I remember he just suspended me for a day. Mum got involved, kicked off, wrote a letter, all of that, and it went back to normal. But it just reminded me of my first experience with dealing with a situation like that. It was crazy.
Wow. What about yours? What was your Christmas experience like?
To be honest, growing up, I really enjoyed Christmas. Just like the school fairs, the vibe,
it was a vibe.
Like the school, like everyone, like we used to do. I can't remember the name of the charity, but everyone would bring in gifts. They would give it to a charity. Obviously, the teachers wearing the Christmas hats.
Did you ever
and
have a Blue Peter sale?
Yes. Blue Peter. There was like Bernardo's or something like that.
Yeah, Dr. Bernardo's is a children's
that's
charity.
something that I remember from my primary school. And obviously, the singing the hymns.
Yeah,
that was, I don't know if
Christmas
that was the fun
carols.
part of it, to be honest. Yeah, the Christmas carols.
Silent
but
night.
the vibe, the atmosphere, the culture of it is quite nice.
You're bringing back memories. You know, it was a tree once in a Christmas play.
You were a tree.
I was a tree for a Christmas play.
I thought you'd be a good shepherd. I thought you'd be all the wise men.
I
like,
was standing as a tree. It was
I'm
the hardest thing.
I'm
It's
looking for a tree for the Hadrian Rain walk, by the way.
No, but I mean, even my brother, he really loves Christmas. We don't celebrate Christmas like that, like religiously. We don't put a tree up or anything like that. But have you noticed the whole country is on this merry winter vibe? Everyone's wearing jumpers. TV you put on, everything is snow and this Christmas, that Christmas. You go out, Oxford Street, put the lights on, Winter Wonderland up in Hyde Park. I remember the skating Santas. They rollerblade around London dressed in Santa suits.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, but I don't.
They roller skate and rollerblade the whole around central London.
That's crazy.
All in Santa outfits. I think they're raising money for charity, but there's a good 200 of them. So different communities are getting involved with Christmas.
Just positive vibes. Wow.
Everyone is happy. Everyone's merry. Everyone's looking forward to that. The 2 weeks off we get for Christmas and New Year.
Lovely.
Home Alone is going to be on telly.
Oh yeah, that's it. The movies, man. How can you forget the movies? All the Christmas movies. Oh, and the age-old debate of how does Santa manage to make it to all the different houses?
Yeah,
that was one when you're like 6 years old and you're all debating with friends, and everyone's like, "No, I stayed up late. I heard him."
We were debating if Christmas was on the 25th of December or not. That's my debate.
That's a good one. That is a really good one because 25th of December is not the birthday
it's a pagan holiday.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Nabi Isa. Alayhi salam.
Salam.
He was not born on the 25th of December. Pagan holiday, there is links to like, what do they call like naturists or something?
Saturn something.
Not naturists, no. That's the wrong word to use. Naturalists. The guys who like hug trees and stuff like that.
It's like some planet thing, like Saturn something. I forgot what it's called. But
so they used to celebrate the 25th of December. And also recently I watched, it was on TikTok or Instagram, and it was from what's that show, man? I think it's called Nevermind the Buzzcocks.
Yeah, they were discussing it.
He mentioned one of the Roman gods.
This Roman emperor, who basically wanted to eternalize himself. So he made it about him, the whole Christmas event, from what I've heard.
So there was something about a Roman god who had a son, a begotten son, who came to the world to give his life to protect and to save the world on the 25th of December.
Yeah, and a lot of the stories that we hear growing up about Christmas and about Nabi Isa alayhi salam, it actually roots from that emperor's son.
Yeah.
They even apparently built statues. You know them statues that look like Nabi Isa, they say is actually based off this emperor's son.
Really?
That's what it was made to look like.
Very interesting.
See, the Roman Empire left its
mark.
Left its mark here, including the city of London. But that's a topic for
That's a whole
another time.
Yeah.
But my question actually to you lot is, how much can you celebrate? Like you said, you celebrate Christmas. When I say celebrate, I don't go to the mall and start singing songs around the Christmas tree and stuff like that. For us, it's like everyone's off work. We have a Christmas dinner, which just for the sake of the culture, we will have like the turkey, even though I really don't like turkey. And then even it's just dry. It's like, bro, bring me chicken, bring me beef. Like I'm happy.
I've done turkey for the last 3 years, I think.
Bro, do you know, I'm trying to push a culture, by the way.
And you need to brine it. I brine mine for 2 days.
You say my mom can't make turkey.
I'm saying I'm going to speak to your mum and talk about brining because my turkeys are never my turkeys are never dry.
Listen,
like, very, very.
With the amount of Muslims in the West now, we need to influence the culture a little bit. Let's have a nice nahari on Christmas Day.
Decent.
Bro, we have a nahari like
decent tandoori turkey.
You know, that's a shout.
We're talking business.
That is a shout.
Now we're talking business.
What would be the Iraqi equivalent?
Kuzi turkey.
Kuzi turkey, a kuzi one. It could work. You know, with the nuts and raisins.
It would work.
And was it semolina they put?
So by the sounds of it, you lot have Christmas dinner as well.
Yeah, I think the whole country has a Christmas
do you not
dinner.
get grilled for it? Because I'll be honest, like I remember one year I put something on my Instagram, and it's just like my mum likes to get the Christmas crackers and all that sort of stuff. Oh, don't try one up.
Full throttle Christmas vibes.
Bro, why not?
Full throttle.
Why not? You would that sort of that.
Not me, but
Secret Santa.
Do you know in
Secret Santa?
Do you Secret Santa?
Yeah,
Secret Santa.
Oh my god,
full package.
What, so now you're disagreeing with me?
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, this is gonna get juicy. Okay. Let's not get into the religious side of it just yet.
Let's have a bottom line.
Just for fun, like the stuff that you said about the Roman and his demigod and all that sort of stuff. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't even know about that. I'm just doing it because that's how I grew up. It's just fun. Like everyone, like I said, everyone's off work.
It's like we need to identify that it's a culture thing, not a religious thing. and we can't push. Yeah.
But do you think there's anything wrong with the way I'm saying I celebrate?
No, I
but
don't
it
think
all comes down to intention.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's slightly whitewashed, but I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
think there's
I'm not
anything.
gonna lie.
There's nothing wrong with it. That's why I
by
was
the way,
laughing.
you know, I said Instagram. The first comment I got was just the coconut emoji.
Oh.
No, but the thing is, if you're endorsing the celebration in the sense that it's sort of encouraging celebrating a pagan festival,
Yeah,
even if it's not, let's assume it is the accurate day, the birth of Nabi Isa alayhi salam. But if we are encouraging this to be the day and encouraging their belief of who Nabi Isa is, that's where the problem is.
Yeah.
But if we're just celebrating it culturally, like going to the shopping center, because it's just vibes,
yeah.
you know. If we're doing
Everyone's
Christmas
out,
dinners,
everyone's doing things.
I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah,
see a
certain
problem.
restaurants and stuff have got like food items dedicated to the Christmas spirit and things like that. And it's just a really nice vibe, I guess. Everyone's really friendly and smiling and stuff. But yeah,
I think like it is very, very important to make sure you draw that line, because it's just fun. It's nothing more than just a bit of fun for us. But I remember once there was a kid who was about 7 years old. So it's a bit hard to grill a 7-year-old, but he was going on about Christmas and they were just talking about it as a group of friends and whatnot at the mosque. So I asked him, like, why do you celebrate Christmas? And he goes, because the Son of God was born on that day.
are you serious?
There's the
I was just
There's
like,
the
Okay,
"Whoa."
that's a
But
red
obviously,
flag. And it doesn't say Yah Hussein on it
clarified
either.
Yeah. But no, I clarified it to him. And it made me think, right? Because if you're enjoying these events or whatever it is, and you're not actually outlining what our belief system is, you're digging a massive, massive grave. Like you're digging a very shaky tawheed.
It's not that kid's fault though, is it? He's a kid, he's 7. This is what he's been taught at school, you know, and then they'll be like, what's Christmas? Oh, from what my teacher said, Christmas is the day the Son of God was born, which is totally against our aqidah. It's shirk actually.
Yeah, fully.
But that kid don't know, you know, and it's not his fault. So I think, you know what, maybe as Islamic centers, we might need to take a bit more of an active role during Christmas time. I mean, I don't see why all the kids are off. Why can't we hold an event where we can introduce Nabi Isa, we can introduce why people celebrate Christmas like this, but what our faith is, what our Aqidah is. And then for Tabaruk, for Niyaz and that, why don't we just give turkey and roast potatoes and stuff?
You want to fully
why
immerse
not?
yourself into the culture.
It's Christmas, you know what I mean? That's what they're going to get at school dinners, you know what I mean, during the Christmas period.
So you're saying at least manage it your own way.
Yeah, manage it. I mean, we don't need to be like, this is bid'ah and astaghfirullah and things like that.
So what, on Easter we hold a majlis?
Why not? Why not?
Is
there anything wrong with holding a majlis?
You can use
for
it as
Easter.
not for Easter.
During the Easter period, right? Hold the majlis, and if you want, you can discuss Nabi Isa and then our aqidah and our narrative and our traditions and what they say about it. If the kids are off, why not?
I don't know. I feel uncomfortable with that. I don't know why.
Why?
I just feel uncomfortable with it, man. It's not who we are. It goes back to, I think, one episode we were discussing about our culture and heritage, and how, well, my opinion was how it could sort of push you away from your religious values as well. I think this is one of those things.
Really?
Yeah. Celebrate it lightly. Yeah, have a nice dinner. Enjoy the break because the whole country's on a break. I hear that. But going in the deep end like that, I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable.
I just think it'll become ritualistic with something extremely like westernized. Like, do you know you get those posters for Majlis and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine Easter Day Majlis?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that before.
But why not? I don't see.
Oh, you just put the idea in my head.
I don't
know,
see.
maybe,
Personally, I don't see it as a bad thing.
I don't see a problem. Obviously, an excuse, like if you say everyone's off work, and everyone's going to be sat at home watching telly and whatnot, why not have a Majlis? Great, amazing, but I don't know. I feel like I'm in his boat a little bit. That if it becomes a bit ritualistic over time, like you mentioned the thing in, where was it, in Jamaica or
Guyana, Trinidad,
yeah, and it could become a little bit something like that where I don't know.
Shatara won't work. One time, Arba'in landed on the 25th of December.
Oh, okay.
And we were in Mashaya and it's Christmas. So I'm thinking London, they're all celebrating Christmas, and I'm here walking to
but the non-Shia are celebrating Christmas. The Shia are not celebrating Christmas in Valentine.
Forget Shia and non-Shia. The environment is celebrating Christmas. So I've just flown 6 hours away, and this is life for me, you know. Abi Abdullah Hussein Ziyar Arba'in. And now I know 6 hours away, they're celebrating, having the time of their lives, Christmas. So again, it clashes with obviously it's not always going to fall on arba'in or a shahada or a certain occasion, but it does clash.
Yeah, but massively, anything religious will have to trump, and that is like,
of course,
like you
There's not even
mentioned, the parents, the teachers, the mosque, etc. They need to make sure they establish to the child growing up, even like you can say people like myself or grown-ups, that these things we're just having fun, right? Because we're not doing anything else on that day. However, if there is an Islamic occasion, if there is a period like the grieving period, massively trumps. You don't even think about anything else.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I'm a massive football fan, and the Euros I think clashed with Muharram this year.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the football as much as I wanted to.
Let me ask you a question. Diogo Jota,
Yeah,
6th or 7th of Muharram was his accident.
yeah.
How did you?
I didn't find out until after because I was in Karbala.
See, that's
Like,
the right way to
like
operate.
the thing is, the things that we do here are all trivial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
you know,
people are
ultimately-
messaging me. Oh, I'm like, bro, it's Muharram.
Like,
I
honestly,
don't-
like,
ain't got
yeah.
time
I reckon
for this.
if
Yeah.
it wasn't the Muharram period and there was nothing going on, I think I would have got a lot more like, I don't know about affected, but a lot more involved in the news. But bro, honestly, like you're in Karbala, who cares about anything?
Exactly, yeah.
Like there's people dying in our communities and stuff like that, but because you're in Karbala, you're in Muharram, you know, you realize the status of Abu Abdullah and everything. Nothing else really matters.
Yeah. I think so. What you were both mentioning about maybe holding these events and stuff, I think the difference is exposing the kids to these environments is different to actually holding events for our kids for these environments. So me growing up, I was probably like one of 3 Iraqis in my year, Shia.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't go to these things. My parents would let me go. And it's not a problem. I'd go to these events. I'd go to the school fairs, Christmas fairs, Easter fairs. I'll take part in the Easter egg hunt, all of that. I was exposed to it, but I would never at home, have an Easter event or a Christmas event. That I think made me more aware of my surroundings and more aware of what's right and what's wrong.
Did your parents ever sit down with you and explain it, or did they ever like re-establish the importance of our beliefs compared to that?
Always, but through the environment that I live in at home, through the majalis. I was going RA every week. I was going to different centers every week. So I was exposed to all these things. And I will always say that it's good to get yourself exposed to everything in the world. Alhamdulillah, I'm sort of, I'd say I'm cultured. I know what these different, what's the word? Not socially aware. It's not
cultured
pop
is the
culture.
right,
I don't know what it is.
cultured is the right word.
But I'm aware of what's going on around me. Doesn't mean I have to believe in it.
You're from Harrow, yeah?
I'm from Harrow.
So Diwali must have been...
Diwali, they destroyed me this year. Bro, why are they taking a week? Take a week.
I don't know.
Why are they doing fireworks every day for a week?
I don't know. Even it's like bonfire night was very close to it as well, and they were...
Broski.
It's
Like, come on, man. Like, let me live
You
my
need to
life.
sleep at some
I need
point
to
as
sleep.
well.
Yeah, like, but I went through Diwali, I went through Christmas, I went through all these things. And I think it was good. It was healthy for me growing up, being exposed to all these things. And I would do that to my kid. Let the kid be exposed to these things, but I would never actually establish something for them like a Christmas party. Never. Because that's not who we are. Do you get it?
100%.
Yeah. So I think there's a difference between exposure. Because if you imagine this, imagine you growing up and your parents tell you, no, don't go there. As a kid, you're going to get curious.
Yeah, you will.
You'll rebel. And that could do more harm than good. So I've had my fair share of being around the trick-or-treating environment. I know what they do. Christmas, I know what they do. I know I took part in the play. But I'd never ever believe that this is who I am as a person. It's just me getting involved.
Okay, what about Halloween? Halloween's a little bit different. And just because you're bringing this up, it reminds me of when I was like 11 or 12 years old or something. And we were, obviously all my friends are going trick-or-treating. And me and my brothers like really, really tried to convince my mum and my aunt to take us out. And they were like, not a
What
chance.
did you want to dress up as?
I don't know, mate. I honestly have no idea.
Shalwar Kamis.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's what I did. Like,
honestly,
if
I
I was to
have
do
no
it,
idea.
shawar kameez and a backpack. Trust me, everyone's going to be
I'll be
scared of me.
honest. But to be honest, it wasn't even about Halloween. It was just everyone was doing it and I just wanted to take part. But for that, I remember my mum and auntie were like, not happening. And I think it was a Thursday night. That's why. But they were like, yeah, strictly not going trick-or-treating or anything like that. But do you think a holiday like that now has different implications?
See, what I would do, so I support your parents 100%, your mom and your auntie. I wouldn't let my kid go trick-or-treating, but I'd let them be part of it in the sense that, yeah, open the door for the kids, give them sweets, you get it, expose them to environment, but I wouldn't actually let them go out and trick-or-treat.
Is it big in your area? Because it was not big in my
For
area.
me, it was massive.
Really?
Yeah.
I know in America it's serious. Like they have costume competitions and everything.
And they have
It's
like those housing association
is
competitions
big.
and stuff as well.
Yeah, Halloween is massive in America. But where I grew up, some kids would dress up with a bin liner or something. They put lipstick like to make it look like blood, and would go around like
Just for free sweets.
And just for free.
And then when they get slightly older, it'll be fireworks through the letterbox. You lot didn't get that, did you?
No, I didn't.
No,
get
we used to get
fireworks.
Harrow
a lot
was
of
funny.
egg throwing.
Yeah. Eggs, toilet roll, all of that.
Flour.
Flour. Yeah.
But I think,
That reminds me, literally my grandma sent me to Lidl once. Like it must be like 3-4 days before Halloween to get flour. And the guy wouldn't sell it to me because I was under 18.
Seriously?
Yeah.
flour.
He knew you had to be
Because
I'm baking.
Halloween, they dash flour and eggs and all that sort of stuff.
Should have said eggs and I'm baking. I'm making a cake.
Yeah.
You know he ain't baking.
Our next one. Celebrating other events helps with assimilation in society.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a big topic right now. You know why? Because a lot of the anti-Muslim agenda is the fact that we're not assimilating to society or we're not integrating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the previous comments, yeah, it does massively help you assimilate. Like a child, I don't know if I should use this example, but let's just say I knew someone who lived in a very Muslim area. I'm not going to say who. It's not like anyone knows, but they might listen, so who knows. But in a very Muslim area in Leicester, that might give it away.
Okay.
One side of the street is their school, which was an Islamic school. On the other side of the street was the masjid where they would go to madrasa.
Yeah.
They didn't leave their street because they didn't need to leave their street. The mum does the shopping, the boys are literally on that road. They came to London once to visit the rest of the family. And when they went to Stretton Park, they saw coloured people and for them it was like,
oh wow,
they're not brown or they're not Muslim, and they were and I'm talking like 9 years old. Imagine going 9 years of your life and feeling this.
That's actually mad.
And because they don't know nothing about Christmas. All they know is what they've been taught in their madrasa or their school, even like Halloween and stuff like that. So everything to them is like darkness and black and completely haram and bid'ah and everything like that, which means they're unable to integrate with the society around them. And I think if we take...
Yeah, but the question
is important?
The question is though, celebrating. Do you think celebrating will fix that?
I mean, they should be aware of it for sure. They should definitely be aware of it. I mean, their neighbor, well, not in their case, because their neighbor's probably Muslim as well, but their general neighbor, the society that they're living in, they need to be aware of what's going on around them. Whether the parent wants them to celebrate or not, they should know.
But
at least
is it important to assimilate and integrate into society?
I think 100%.
There's plenty of examples and case studies of communities, like the Ashkenazi community, who do not really mingle or talk to anyone outside their community.
Where are they based?
Stamford Hill, London.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that the one they've got their own ambulance, police force and stuff?
They've got their own language. Some of them don't even speak English.
Really?
Some of them only speak Yiddish. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying that they're like in a little bubble of their own. They've got their own economy. They've got their own schools, hospitals, medicine. Everything's done within the community. And
I've seen
they're surviving. You know what I mean? They're living, they're surviving.
But that's not our principles.
Is that bad?
That's not our principle. That's not our principles. I think there's nothing wrong with it at all. God, bro, how many times did the Ahlulbayt encourage traveling? For what?
Yeah, for knowledge, yeah.
You want to travel, you want to see the world, you want to meet different groups, you want to meet different cultures, you want to introduce your culture to others. There's no problem with it. Celebrating it is the problem. Because when you're celebrating it, you're approving of it and you're encouraging it.
Okay, so let's say, Mr. Sukhni, you're working, when you do work in an office environment, it's Christmas time, they're doing Secret Santa, there's the Christmas dinner, the office Christmas dinner, they want you to wear a nice jumper or something or a hat.
I'll tell you exactly what happens. They send out an email. So my manager's manager sends out an email. We're picking a place for Christmas dinner this year. She emails me separately, saying, what are your requirements?
Your dietary requirements.
Because I've made it clear. Mm-hmm. This was the first time. After that, she would in the email put, without even asking me, we found this location, it doesn't serve alcohol, it's boom, 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 this is that. And I still say no, to be fair. I just think they change everything. Yeah. But I don't have a problem with going to it. Why not? If there's no haram being performed there, why not?
And the reality is, majority of your colleagues probably aren't celebrating, in this case, the birth of Jesus. They're just celebrating Christmas.
No, even if they are.
Oh, you mean like the commercial side of
it's just an excuse for a get-together.
Even if they are, as long as I've made it clear that I'm not, in a respectable way, they'll respect me even more for it. But if I'm going to be that guy, you know, Sallam, no, yeah. Do you get it? Like, that's bro, just enjoy your life, relax. It's not, you know.
Have you seen that Aussie guy when he's going on in like his
the
thing, and
Lebanese
Mickey
one.
Mouse is haram and
that
everything,
one.
and Harry Potter and
The Harry Potter one, yeah, that guy.
Like,
oh
bro,
my, that was so funny.
Like, bro, relax.
That's what you
So
reminded me of.
funny.
Bro, like take a chill pill.
Wallah,
Like,
take
I
a
get
chill
it.
pill. Life is not, like, Islam is not meant to imprison you. Just relax, enjoy life, just understand your aqidah and your belief, and be proud of it. I'm proud of my
I think
aqidah.
there's in our faith, and even us as to grow up in society, there's a level of tolerance, and we are to tolerate almost, you know, people's beliefs, people's lifestyles. Obviously, we can't dictate to them how people should be living. We can't tell people you should be doing this and you should be doing that. You should not be celebrating Christmas, but I'm a Christian. You know,
Yeah.
you know. So, you know, being tolerant, being coexisting with people, it's very important. It's important for us to have a peaceful society as well.
I'm going to mention a paraphrase a hadith because I'm not sure of the exact sigha and the wording for it. But if I'm not mistaken, there's a narration of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam walking in the street with one of his companions. And they walk past the church. And the companion says, something along those lines, look how much shirk has been performed in this church. And I believe the Prophet responded to him, sallallahu alaihi wa alihi, is, no, look how much ibadah is being performed in this church. This, I think the moral of that is, don't look at it in the sense that, these shirk, mushriks,
they're not with us.
They're not. Okay, this is their way of doing ibadah. They might be wrong, but that's why the Prophet came. He's rahmatan lil alameen. He came to guide people. So why can't we take that same lesson to guide our colleagues, to sit with them?
We discussed this with a Sayyid as well, in regards to how religion, everyone has the same God. It's just they worship differently or they believe differently. Islam has the most accurate version.
If you believe someone has a different God, you're doing shirk and kufr even yourself. Because we believe that there is one God and He created everyone and everything. And if we believe they have a different God, you're doing shirk yourself. You have to say they have a different interpretation of this one God that we believe in.
Yes.
So
indeed.
And by the way, that hadith also suggests that obviously the Prophet lived amongst people of other faiths. And this concept that the probably the right wing are pushing more than the actual hardcore Muslims themselves is this concept that Muslims cannot live amongst other people. They did, and we can. And we can respect other cultures, we can respect other celebrations, we can respect all sorts of things. And to some extent, we can enjoy it as long as it doesn't confuse people's belief in God, as long as it doesn't affect halal and haram. Like, you cannot attend a Halloween or a Christmas party or anything like that if there's going to be music, if there's going to be, for example, mixing, or if it's going to be alcohol, or anything along those lines, obviously haram food. You cannot attend those gatherings or eat at those gatherings because now you're bending your morals. And as long as you're not changing who you are, like you said, be proud of your identity. As long as you're not changing your morals and belief, then it's cool.
And I think it's an opportunity, to be honest. I think it's an opportunity for you to show off your beliefs. And
someone goes, yeah, mashallah, look at Hussein. These Muslims are respectful. They're not what the news paints them out to be. I had to use it as an example.
Thank you very much. Yeah, because I am very respectful.
You're a nice guy.
Thank you.
On to the next one.
Let's hear the next one, man. Yeah.
Nowruz is not an Islamic celebration. Nowruz is not an Islamic celebration. Okay, let's get one thing out there. Nowruz is celebrated by a lot of Muslims.
Correct.
Specifically the Iranian community.
Afghan, Iranian, Turkish,
Pakistani,
Kurdish, Pakistani. Yeah.
With the Pakistanis, it is celebrated, but it's celebrated religiously. Now, my mum, she used to celebrate Nowruz. And I asked her, why do you celebrate Nowruz for? And she goes to me, this was the day that all the atoms of the universe gave pledged bayah to Amirul Mu'mineen. And I said, wow. And she's like, yeah, in the heavens and this and that. And I said to her, wow, mashallah. So what was Yawm al-Ghadir for then? What was that? And then she went a bit quiet. She was a bit stumped. Well, bless my mum. She's not well versed like that. But I tried to open up her mind and be like, look, Yawm al-Ghadir is the day of giving bayah and to walaya and so forth, not Nowruz. And as far as my research goes, Islamically speaking, there's no day celebrated by the Ahlulbayt called Nowruz.
So Sheikh al-Saduq considered it a cultural celebration from what I've read. But Sheikh al-Tusi actually said there's recommended acts like ghusl on that day, which was a bit weird. Again, I don't know how authentic that is, but that's some stuff that I've read. But that gives it some sort of religious certification. I don't know, it's a bit weird. I've never heard any narrations from the Imams. I think I've read one weak narration about Imam al-Sadiq mentioning Nowruz. But even if it's true, just because he mentioned it, it doesn't mean it's a Eid for the Muslims.
What's your research or what
honest,
do you know about Nowruz?
My knowledge on Nowruz is quite limited. But when I was first actually exposed to it, because I'll be honest, I didn't know what Nowruz was until I was like probably in my mid-teens. I was baffled, to be honest, because obviously we follow the moon calendar. And this is based on the Persian or the sun calendar.
Indeed.
And firstly, what do you do if it clashes? Because the claim I understood was it's a religious holiday. Like you said, either it was when the atoms gave their bay'ah to Amir al-Mu'mineen or the birth of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Those are the two that I've heard.
The birth of Amir al-Mu'mineen?
Yeah. That's
13th of Rajab fell on Nowruz.
But I don't know where it comes from. And the thing is, I'll be honest, I haven't done a massive amount of research, but it reminded me a lot of Christmas. In the sense that it was a tradition of some sort that was adopted by the Romans or whoever came in who were using it as not a weapon in Christianity, but they were assimilating the religion a little bit to adapt to that crowd. And I feel like just looking at it from outside, Nowruz seems quite similar, that when Islam made its way to Persia, the people didn't want to let go of this big celebration.
But they do, like you mentioned, they celebrate it religiously. Like I've got family in Iran. I've seen it firsthand. They have a little table and the stand and their eggs and all of that. There's like 6-7 things that you need to add on to this. 7 S's.
They put Sayyid Sadiq's picture up as well. Like, as one of the S's. I've seen it.
Bro, it's like for me.
It's a sufra, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never actually.
Right. So if I go into like the research, Nowruz is the first day of spring. And the Persians celebrate it as if to say that the winter is over and now it's the first day of spring and now, you know, things are going to grow, harvest and things like that. So they celebrate it. Me personally, I don't see an issue with that. I don't even see an issue with Iranians, religious Iranians celebrating Nowruz. There's nothing, I don't see an issue with that.
As part of their culture, yeah.
It's part of their culture.
The problem is when they make it an Islamic thing.
That's the thing. And I can see the intention behind it, that look, you guys want to celebrate Nowruz. If you're going to celebrate, it's got no, let's say it's got no Islamic tradition or you know, any relation to Islam whatsoever. But if you're going to celebrate it, then we might as well Islamify it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you said, let's do ghusl on that day. Go visit family and give gifts. Because, you know, Sulh Rahim is part of our deen.
That's the thing. Okay, ghusl is recommended, Sunnat Rahim is recommended, making a mu'min happy is recommended. But the fact that you make it all part of one day and make it a thing that like these acts should be celebrated on this day, then that gives value to the day when there's no value in it Islamically.
Maybe.
Might as well do it like Saif mentioned, Christmas. Why don't we do ghusl on Christmas?
But do you know,
I'm going to do it just
but you get it, like, because that's the British culture, and we're going to be here for the next 100, 200, 300 years.
Confuses people a lot because there's Islamic acts recommended on days of Eid.
Yeah.
But now if you're going to do it on these days as well, it kind of like dilutes a little bit what the day of Eid is, and it'll definitely confuse the kids. Because if you say, oh, we've got this tasbih that we've got to do on the day of Nowruz or whatever it is, like, they're just going to get quite confused.
If there is Islamic rules, I would love to hear about them, to be honest.
Yeah.
So the only thing I've heard is that 2 people came to an imam and asked that, can we celebrate Nowruz? And he gave them ijazah to, go ahead, this is from your culture, your land. It doesn't really clash with Sharia or the Tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and go ahead, go celebrate it. I've heard this. I've also heard Nowruz, the day of Nowruz fell on Yawm al-Ghadir as well. So that's why they kind of like kill 2 birds with 1 stone type thing.
Sounds a little bit fishy.
Pakistan,
I can't criticize it because I don't know about it.
But Pakistanis celebrating, I don't think we as Pakistanis, myself, and I know you've got some Pakistani heritage, I don't think we have any claim or any right to celebrate Nowruz.
It's got nothing to do with your culture.
It's got nothing to do with our culture. I mean, we have Basant.
Do you reckon they celebrated it before the partition, by the way? Because I know we inherited a lot
there is a lot of Iranians,
before.
the Parsis they call them. In India, in the Indo-Pak region, there's a lot of Iranian migrants who've been there a long time. Especially like some of the Zoroastrians.
The Parsis are originally Zoroastrian. A lot of them are Gujis, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think just the influence, because even a lot of the words that we use in Urdu isn't the same as Hindi. It's actually taken from
It's
like
Farsi.
Khudafis.
Yeah, it's Farsi.
So
I don't know, man.
yeah.
I don't see a problem with it
But-
because we're just talking about a day, a cultural day to celebrate. But there's a lot of stuff that different cultures have effect on our religion, not just the day. Like certain words we use, certain things we do throughout the day. So everything is going to affect everything in our lives. But again, do we believe that's the roots of Islam, or do you believe it's just a cultural
So the reason
thing?
I wanted to bring Nowruz into the conversation was that if Nowruz has no Islamic backing, but it's celebrated, or commemorated, then surely us lot doing things like Christmas or Easter, Valentine's, Halloween, whatever, shouldn't be an issue.
But the argument with that is those stuff promote paganism and shirk, and
Some of them
so
do,
forth.
yes.
That's the argument.
Yeah, some of them do. And others, I'm trying to think, like Memorial Day, where, we have to have the poppies and everything.
That's got to do with
Yeah.
World War.
Well, it's
World
really
War
World War One and
I
World
think,
War Two, but in general, it's a day to remember all those who served to protect this country and so forth. You know what I mean? Showing your respect on that day, because there was a lot of, from our background, Indo-Pak background, there was a lot of soldiers. They were the most. We gave the most soldiers that died in World War
Yeah,
Two.
but now this is a political
Yeah, it
issue.
is.
So
But I think the point being that there's not, if it doesn't clash with religion, there's no issue in it. And I just think in the modern day, I don't know anyone that celebrates Halloween for religion or Christmas for religion, or Christmas obviously a lot of people
No, it
do.
has been
but where does it
commercialized.
lead?
has been
I mean, a lot of
commercialized,
people don't,
ridiculously.
and I just feel that
but where does it lead? So if this
where does
kid,
it, bro?
if-
Like
some
I say,
people come out of it because you were raised in a Shia Husseini environment.
yeah.
So
without
you're
doubt.
already protected. But a lot of people, if they're going to celebrate Halloween, go trick or treating, make it a thing every year, then go to school, talk about it for the next week or so, and embed it in that child, over the next 5-6 years, that's going to have an effect on their character. They might turn into some like gothic character. Just do you get it? Like it has an effect on their life. That's where the problem is.
We haven't been in the country long enough, right? I mean, like generations wise, where most of us are first, second generation. But I think maybe fifth, sixth, seventh generation.
Oh, they're finished.
Could you imagine them
They're finished.
when it comes to Christmas or something like that? Like, yeah, this is not Islamic. What would you mean?
What,
No.
what language do you think in?
Well, English.
We had this
Oh
conversation.
yeah. No, you don't. What's it? Can I remember?
I do it in four. I think in English.
What's your first thought? If I was telling you where you going?
Depends. If you speak to me in Arabic, I'll start thinking in Arabic.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
In
But for
Punjabi,
you,
in
it's English,
Punjabi.
right?
Yeah, straight up.
What's your kids gonna thinking?
English.
100%
English without a doubt.
And that's just
Yeah,
your
they
thought.
will be more English than me. 100%.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So, and then the next step will be even more, and it will just
so
it'll be
what?
everything about. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a problem. But again, we're gonna lose our heritage and our culture.
This
We're
is-
going back to that
I'm gonna go
conversation.
back.
No, but
We're going back to that.
With the Christmas thing, you're saying a few generations from now, if their Christmas becomes like such a big deal, or Valentine's or whatever it is becomes such a big deal in a household, that during the time of Muharram or during the time of Hajj or during the time of whatever it is, now those are now becoming sacrifices they're having to make. Like for a child, it's difficult, or for a family, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Should we just do something small? I know it's the 3rd of Muharram, but should we just do something small for
That's
Christmas?
a problem.
That is whoa, like that is, you don't go there.
Damn.
Even if it's not
Nowhere
Christmas,
near.
you celebrate it. Let's say you do a whole spread for Christmas, and then you raise your kids to do the same thing. Yeah, if there's no clash on.
By the way, let me clarify.
Not you, not you.
We have a turkey and a couple Christmas crackers.
When I say
So you
But-
got crackers.
Yeah, crackers, the
Yeah,
hats,
you got the
everything.
hat.
I don't,
yeah.
not Christmas
Secret
hats.
Santa.
Have you
Wait,
got
wait, not
eggnog?
Christmas hats. You know the
Does
ones that
someone
come
dress
in
does someone
the
dress up at Santa? To be honest.
no.
But I use you as an example. Anyone, me,
But-
if I was to raise my kids in that environment, and then when they're 15, I tell them, no, this is not who we are. Like, why are we celebrating the first 15 years of our lives?
Yeah.
Do you get it? It's a bit
I
contradictory.
get it, to be honest. Like I'm sat here a little bit debating. Not
Where-
debating, but a
no,
little
the
bit
thing is,
like
Your kids,
you're
well,
right.
We still have a lot of family members from the old country.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But you're
And
saying as
they-
time goes on, friendship circles, when friendship
Yeah.
circles over generations will open up and integrate more, etc. Right now, there is the boundaries. Like I'm like very, very sure in my household, there is no confusion whatsoever when it comes to any celebration.
What about the next
compared to-
generation?
Well, I don't know. But I know we have made an emphasis to make sure that Eid is celebrated more than it was previously, because you want to emphasize. Like, I'll be honest, I don't know if it's like a first generation thing or whatever, but Eid was very, like, it didn't feel like such a big thing growing up.
That's the thing. We didn't commemorate it in the right way. You go to the Middle East Eid is massive.
Massive. Man.
To go to
Oh,
Dubai.
when I lived
And
there,
look at the
like,
Filipinos, what they do on
We're
Eid
trying to revive it.
is
We're meant to revive
massive.
it.
It's really big. The whole country's celebrating. So if we're growing up, and I'm 100% with you, Eid was a bit of a boring day. You know, we'd go prayers and this and that, come home and we're in our Eid clothes and we just watch TV all day, day off school, and mum might cook some nice food. That was about it. But I think it's up to us to commemorate it properly. You know,
100%.
Go
have you heard
pray,
of,
have the nice breakfast.
Secret Shake.
Secret shake.
Have you heard of that?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
God.
That's got a while to sink in.
That Freemason thing, like, you know?
Why not? Why not? It's if we're gonna, like, for example, do these little things for not our celebrations, for our ones, make it fun for the kids. Make them understand that this is a day of
But there are
happiness
things that
in the deen.
we've been doing culturally for years that are fun. We just don't do it.
Yeah.
The thing is, we
Right.
don't give presents like we do Christmas, but money is massive on Eid. Everyone's getting paid.
I'm not saying no to that.
Exactly.
I know everyone's
Exactly.
visiting
I'm
all
not saying
four
no to that.
grandparents, bro.
You know what I mean? So more, I mean, like, I can understand, if you keep all your fast, I'll buy you that PlayStation, you know, or the game or this or that. I can understand that. But I think we should really encourage, because it is from our background, that Eid's coming, go ask your uncle for some money. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, and push it and that, and then, you know, give it out and things like that. I think it's part of the fun.
Problem is, we're those uncles now, man. We've got to start dishing out money.
Yeah,
This is the problem,
exactly.
man.
But I think there's barakah
Bro,
in
I
that.
think
Well,
we're-
100%
sorry to break it
barakah
to you, but
in
we're becoming those uncles.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's. I have to start.
You know what? I'm not gonna
How
lie
much
to
money
you.
am I gonna
I'm
have
actually
for
looking.
Eid?
I haven't got any really, really young nieces or nephews yet. But the ones I do have, my little cousins and that, on Eid, I'm really happy to give them.
No,
You know,
alhamdulillah.
How much do you give?
I give them a tenner each.
10 is decent. We used to get like £1 coins thrown in our face like that.
No, I think,
But now I'm giving
inflation
notes.
and everything.
Inflation, yeah,
but
£5, £10.
I think £10
Depends
is
if I
more
like the
than
kid.
enough.
No.
Because you know they're going in the other room and
Yeah,
discussing
yeah.
who got what. Yeah.
No, I think a tenner each is good. But we're coming towards the end of the show, gents. Any final words or thoughts to our viewers?
Enjoy it, but make sure it does not cross your morals, does not cross your values. If there is anything haram, it is a no-go zone. If there's nothing that clashes with your beliefs, values, etc., there's nothing wrong with it.
Mr. Sufni.
Do we have to say a statement that's in line with everyone? Or is it
No,
just,
say what
fine,
you
yeah.
want.
Say-
Do tabarra if you want. I don't mind.
It's completely irrelevant, but let's just do it. I think don't make it a thing. Don't make it a standard thing in your lives. Be exposed to it. I've been to midnight mass before.
Really?
Doesn't mean I'm going to go every year. I've been once. Just to be exposed to it. Just to understand what they do. You know. Call it research if you want. I think it's nice to be exposed to these things. Expose people to it. It's you're learning every day. But don't take on as part of who you are as a Shia Muslim, I think.
Fair enough. Thank you very much, gentlemen. My final thought.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm
My
waiting for your
final
thought, yeah.
thought is that you know what, you can commemorate and get involved with certain celebrations within, you know, the limits that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, and it's okay to be joyous with your friends and family and other friends who are celebrating on their occasions and so forth. But we have our days as well. And as Shia, we have a lot of Eids as well. And I think it's very, very important as a community that we go as far as we can with our families, with our children, when it comes to Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Ghadir, Eid al-Mubahila, the births of the Ahlulbayt. Go out and actually really show our community as well as others that we are people who like to commemorate and encourage being happy, eating, smiling, and giving gifts as well.
I just have one question. I know we made our final
Go
thoughts.
on.
Would you ever work on Christmas Day?
Yes, double pay.
Double
I
pay.
have
Yeah,
done.
you
I
do.
have
yeah,
done.
and I have.
Well,
I have.
That's what
100%, huh?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
Would you work on Ashura?
Not
Definitely
a
not.
chance. Not a chance in hell.
And whatever work I would do, I'd never take money for it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I've been in that situation before.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Big shout out and thank you to the director, Mohammed Fahad. Also, behind the scenes, Salman Bai and Mohammed Mrida Maash. Our technical guy, Amir Raza. This has been Shia Vibes here on Imam Hussein TV 3. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.